On the world news tonight, federal government warned against continued close down of schools due to insecurity. House of Representatives calls out NCC over poor quality telecom services. Plus, FCCPC partners and NAFDAC to strengthen consumer protection, product safety, market surveillance. Strengthening the capacity of staff to effectively project the Commission's activities. Justice Ihuo has more.
Speaking during the ceremony, the Executive Director of Corporate Services, Ife Dayo Abegunde, represented by the Assistant Director, Office of the Executive Director, Dr. Oluwatemilehin Bada, commended the leadership of the Commission for prioritizing innovation. He particularly lauded the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer, Dr. Samuel Oboku, for his commitment to leveraging emerging technologies to improve institutional storytelling. According to him, the initiative is designed to empower corporate affairs personnel who serve as the image makers of the Commission with the necessary skills to harness AI-driven creativity and modern media tools.
With knowledge in AI, with adequate knowledge in drone piloting, NDDC staff will be able to tell our story very well. We'll be able to capture our developmental projects, and our day-to-day activity will be seamlessly edited, and covered.
Also speaking, Deputy Director, Corporate Affairs Department, Emmanuel Udonte, emphasized the growing relevance of artificial intelligence in global communication. Udonte observed that while many in Africa have been slow to embrace such innovation, NDDC recognized the emerging technologies as indispensable tool for the future. He explained that the training targets corporate affairs and protocol staff as a starting point with a significant number of personnel participating to ensure broad-based capacity development.
So in NDDC, we look at it that this AI has come to stay. It's something that will rule the world for so long. So if this is the case, we have to get our people abreast with what it's all about. We don't have to be coming behind like most of other programs.
Also speaking, the head, New Media Unit and Deputy Director, Corporate Affairs, Dr. Selina Dan Abbott, stressed the importance of adopting modern tools to meet the demands of fast-paced information management. She described corporate affairs staff as the brand custodians of the Commission, noting that the training would enable them to gather, process, and disseminate information more efficiently.
The simplicity of our job description for us to be able to carry out our daily chores and responsibilities, it's essential for us to tap into technology.
Justice Ihuo, Rstv News.
3 projects under the Ubeta Cluster Sustainable Project for 2026 has been completed and commissioned. The project, which includes a mini town hall, fencing of Ubeta Women Hall and 5 lock-up shops, were executed by the Ubeta Community Development Foundation under the NLNG GMOU. Nnamdi Olimini reports.
In his address of welcome, Chairman Board of Trustees of the Ubeta Community Development Foundation, Chief Andrew Ebelu, who went down memory lane, said when the journey started with the inauguration of the body in 2021, some persons viewed the success of the GMOU with skepticism. He said that with training from a non-governmental organization, Accord for Development, members were nurtured towards goal-getting and attainment, infrastructure and socio-economic development of the community, and coupled with the qualified personalities piloting the affairs of the body, they cannot afford to fail but succeed. According to him, the achievements of the NLNG Ubeta cluster include scholarship scheme, substitute teachers program for primary and secondary school, building of staff quarters for teachers, and construction of Ubeta police station. Others are installation of solar-powered water project, community electricity extension project, construction of walkway at principals and teachers' quarters, among others. Chief Ebelu commended NLNG and other partners for the success recorded and what the community is able to achieve within 5 years and sued for the sustenance of the temple.
One of our greatest challenges that we have at hand is the police station, which we have invested so much money. And I tell you, that facility is rated one of the best in the state. Not only that, it's also furnished. We have done our best. Maybe our best may not be good enough. We are now calling on the IOCs operating here to make sure that that police station is functional. Because today, everybody knows the importance of security in our nation.
General Manager External Relations and Sustainable Development NLNG, Dr. Sophia Hosford, represented by Manager Community Relations and Sustainable Development, Dr. Yemi Adeyemi, commended the Ubeta Community Development Foundation for executing projects in the areas of security, education, and capacity building, which aligns with the NLNG social corporate responsibility strategy, while urging the people of the community to take full ownership of the project to serve them and generations yet unborn.
For the purpose of local governance, the new mini town hall provides a space for dialogue and shared decision making. This project stands as a symbol of our unity and progress, because only those who are together can converge in a town hall to discuss their future and other matters as it concerns them.
Permanent Secretary, Minister of Chieftaincy and Community Affairs, Patrick Ndukwe, represented by the Director of Community Affairs, Chukwuma Obodokwe, said one thing is to sign GMOU, another is to release funds, and commended the partners for sticking to the terms of the GMOU.
I want to tell you that the BOT, the steering committee, and the entire community, the project you choose, they are in the right direction.
In his goodwill message, Paramount Ruler of Ubeta Community Chief Ndubisi George appealed for the employment of Ubeta youths by NLNG and assured that the long-standing relationship between the company and the community will be sustained. Former commissioning and tour of the project added color to the ceremony. Nnamdi Olimini, Rstv News.
The House of Representatives has criticized the Nigerian Communications Commission (NCC) over what lawmakers describe as weak regulatory oversight, blaming the agency for the persistent poor quality telecom services across the country. The lawmakers said the regulator had failed to effectively enforce standards that would compel service providers to deliver reliable connectivity, warning that the situation poses risk to lives and property, especially in emergencies. The resolution followed the adoption of a motion of urgent public importance moved by Ahmadu Jaha, stressed that the control role telecommunications and now play in Nigeria's economy and daily life, while lamenting the widening gap between subscriber expectations and actual service delivery. He pointed to recurring issues such as dropped calls, poor data speeds, and failed message delivery as evidence of systemic inefficiencies within the sector. Now, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, has warned against the continued closure of schools due to insecurity, saying it poses a serious threat to Nigeria's education system and long-term national stability. Akume said shutting down schools in unsafe areas not only disrupts learning, but also deepens the country's education crisis. The SGF, who spoke in Abuja at the first triennial meeting of the Nigerian Inter-Religious Council, held under the theme Religious Literacy for National Cohesion, said it is impossible to encourage children to learn when schools are not secure. He therefore called for the strengthening of government policies on safe schools and violence-free learning environments. Still on federal matters, the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, FCCPC, and the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, have signed a Memorandum of Understanding MOU aimed at strengthening regulatory collaboration on consumer protection, product safety, and market surveillance in Nigeria. Speaking at the signing ceremony held at the FCCPC headquarters in Abuja Wednesday, the Executive Vice Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of the FCCPC, Tunji Bello, said the agreement represents a deliberate step towards improving coordination between both agencies in areas where their mandates overlap. Bello noted that while FCCPC is mandated to protect consumers from unfair, deceptive and exploitative market practices, NAFDAC is responsible for regulating the safety, quality and use of food, drugs, cosmetic, medical devices and other regulated products. He explained that in practice, both institutions often confront similar challenges, particularly in cases involving substandard products, misleading claims, unsafe pharmaceuticals, and deceptive advertising. Now, Rivers State Television Staff Motivation and Award Program, otherwise known as Stars of the Month, has produced another set of 7 hardworking staff who distinguished themselves through hard work, discipline and dedication to duties. The awardees were presented with cash awards during the 5th Rstv prayer, fasting and stewardship meeting. Nnamdi Olimini tells us more.
The institution of the Stars of the Month Award is one of the measures taken to reward hard work and boost the morale of staff of Rivers State Television by the Ambassador Paul Dambo-led management. Since the commencement of the exercise, 21 workers across various units and divisions have been recognized and honored with the prestigious award and presented with cash rewards. Acting General Manager Ambassador Paul Dambo, who described the award program as one of his legacies, explained that criteria considered for the award include initiatives of the staff, level of dedication and commitment to duties, among others. He urged those who are yet to be honored with the award not to be demoralized, but put in their best to earn it, as according to him, management is monitoring those who take their work seriously.
And I am proud to say that we have talented, qualified staff who are gifted in their duties. And that's why every month I want to continually celebrate our staff.
Permanent Secretary, Minister of Information and Communications, Dr. Onosira Wu, presented by Director of Public Enlightenment in the Ministry, Joy Ohonda, commended management of Rstv for working hard to rebrand the station and enjoin staff to perform their duties effectively.
Build character and integrity. Do the little that you can around, within your corner, the corner that you occupy. Contribute the little, the quota that you can contribute and leave the rest. So I also urge you to take your job seriously, and then your management should ensure that there is team cohesion.
In their goodwill messages, Director of Finance and Accounts, Rivers State Television, Dr. Margaret Adebisi, and the Chairman, River and the management.
People have worked hard, and they're very brilliant minds, good initiatives, hard-working people. You just need the right form of leadership to push them, people who can do their work. Put your hands together for Ambassador Paul. We've been able to replicate that.
A conducive office environment, training and training of staffs, rebranding staff quarters, and so many others are part of workers' welfare, which he mentioned he has done. So we give kudos to him. As a union, we are proud of you, because it's not just from you that we heard from our members, that he did wonderfully well. But he did not achieve this alone. Kudos to the management, Rstv, and also staff for the support.
Some of the awardees thanked management for the honor done them, assuring that it will spur them to do more.
Happy and proud of myself today for being recognized as an outstanding staff, and I'm really happy about that because this would motivate me to want to do better, to want to do more, not just about the award but other times.
For you to know that your work is being appreciated, for you to know that people actually see your efforts, it encourages, it motivates. And with this, honestly, they say to whom much is given, much is actually expected. I wasn't really expecting this today. It's really, I really don't know. My joy knows no bounds because I didn't see this coming, actually.
I feel deeply honored and I'm happy, and sincerely from all my heart I want to thank the management of Rstv for choosing me and also every other person today that has been honored with this award.
Presentation of cash rewards to the awardees added color to the event. Nnamdi Olimini, Rstv News.
This is a task that you and I must accomplish. Subscribe and click on the notification bell for updates on our live feeds. And still to come on the news, hantavirus outbreaks on cruise ship forces emergency sail to Canary Islands. And in sports, EPL, pressure mounts on Chelsea owners as supporters' anger grow. Details shortly. To stay.
There is something about this God.
Activating the unexplainable love of God.
Greater love had no man than this.
Better love than no man,
That a man laid down his life for his friend.
You see, when God loves you, he fights your unseen battles. You are sleeping, you don't even know what is happening, but he's there fighting your battles for you. You are sitting in your house, he will raise a voice somewhere to be campaigning for you. Today, every storm in your life shall become still. The best way to find true love is to find God. Remember, God never sends you into a situation alone. He goes before you, he stands beside you, he walks behind you, he's always with you. All those that rejected you, as the Lord liveth, they must surely bow before you. When you have nothing left but God, you will discover that God is enough. God knows how long you have waited. Every second will be what at the end. So it doesn't matter how the devil have damaged your life now. Don't worry. God is about to remold you, repackage you, redesign you, and beautify you.
OPN, Dr. Jesus in action. Dr. Jesus in action. God is here.
Rstv Television, the treasured station.
From the creeks of the capital, we tell the stories.
My name is Gospel Anele, reporting for Rstv Television.
Areas of agriculture, education, infrastructure.
And the people who are concerned are actually calling for government intervention.
Stakeholders believe state police could alleviate the burden of federal police.
From River State to the world, we keep you connected.
Stories gathered, facts verified, truth delivered.
At Rstv, not only do we offer you authentic coverage, we offer the premium value, and our prices you can trust are fair and affordable.
Here in Rstv, our audience is our priority, our integrity, our pride. Your stories told with truth and passion. That's Rstv Television. Stay with us.
This is Rstv World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. Rstv, Channel 22 Port Harcourt.
It's good to have you back. You're still watching the Rstv World News. And now moving ahead, the Primate African Church of Nigeria and overseas, His Eminence Julius Osayande Olayinka Abbey, has charged Christian faithful to pray for increase in faith to inspire spiritual strengthening across the church. The Primate gave the charge at the press conference to usher in the 119th conference of the church, held at the St. Matthias African Church in Mile 2, Diobo, Port Harcourt. Melvin Jackson has more.
The primate who referenced theme of the conference, Lord, increase our faith, drawn from Luke 17, verse 5, stated that the country is at a time when the faith of many is being tested by economic hardship, insecurity, and moral decline, saying this year's theme is a prayer and a declaration as the church is asking God to increase her faith so that she can remain steadfast and become a beacon of hope, peace, and development in the country and beyond. Abbey urged members to combine prayer with action, as faith without work means nothing, expounding that the church should not only preach the gospel but contribute also to education, healthcare, and social justice in their localities.
The government should take the issue of insecurity seriously. It's like, I want to believe they are playing politics with human lives, and this is not fair enough. So insecurity, terrorism should be tackled headlong. Unemployment, brain drain, and the educational crisis that have been listed here. The list is inexhaustive. So, as we anticipate the forthcoming election at all levels in the year 2027, it is quite imperative that we do it in the fear of God.
Primate Abbey announced that the 119th and 6th Biennial Conference holding in Rivers West Province will convene clergies, delegates, and members from across the country and overseas. He added that the conference had dedicated a branch in Ewofe and will pay a costly visit to the regent of Kalabari Kingdom and also dedicate another church in Buguma. Primate Abbey stated clearly that forgiveness and collaboration is key to strengthen the church, admonishing that members work in unity and harmony for the growth of the kingdom of God.
Challenges are building up by the day to question the reality and potency of our faith. Devil knows too well that once he succeeds in shipwrecking or deactivating our faith, we are as good as being totally disarmed and disorganized. In fact, once he wins the battle of faith against us, we have automatically lost it all. May the Lord help our faith to stand and increase in momentum as we patiently await his soon return in Jesus' name.
Melvin Jackson, Rstv News.
Now, the strategic master plan for the development of Antonia High School has been unveiled to reposition the institution of 21st century academic excellence. The event held at the institution's chapel in Port Harcourt brought together stakeholders, alumni members, teachers, students as well wishers during a presidential luncheon with the theme, Uniting Our Past, Building Our Future, is aimed at rallying support for the project to be carried on. Melvin Jackson again reports.
In an address of welcome, Chairman Organizing Committee Ekembra Koroye stated that the luncheon was not just an ordinary one, but it is a vision with details pointing to the unveiling of an ambitious strategic master plan designed to reposition the institution for 21st century academic excellence. In his opening remarks, Chairman of the occasion, Professor Chris Akani, said schools are not built with nostalgia, but with vision, noting that the master plan moves Antonia High School from maintaining a legacy to multiplying it, and thanked donors and alumni and charged them that the plan has been unveiled, the frame is drawn, and now the labor rests on everyone.
It is a roadmap for development, improvement, sustainability, and excellence. This is proof that our association is not only proud of the past, but committed to building the future. As we celebrate today, let us remember that plans only succeed when people support them. Therefore, I encourage all old boys, friends of the school, and stakeholders to continue standing together in unity and commitment. When we work together, progress becomes inevitable.
Where we are today is to unveil the strategic plan to revise this place to a digital environment that the students will grow and learn more and become more important than we are.
Speaking while presenting the strategic master plan, President of the Alumni Association, Sir Godfrey Onwabunwa, stated that the plan rests on 3 pillars, which are academic re-engineering, laboratory, digital classrooms, and ICT competence for every student. Sir Onwabunwa said the 10 years master plan, which will cost at least 1.7 billion naira, would provide students protection and development, leadership and entrepreneurship leader, infrastructural renewal with modern ICT blocks, solar-powered hostels and sport complex, adding that the name Enitona opens doors for them, calling that it is time to oil those inches.
Another high school did not just educate us, it formed us. It gave us discipline where we needed direction. It gave us identity where we had none. It gave us a brotherhood that endured decades, distance, and time. Yet today, our alma mater stands at a crossroad, not because it had lost the greatness, but because that greatness had not been renewed. And that is why we are here today.
Also speaking, special guest of honor and pro-chancellor and chairman of Governing Council, University of Port Harcourt, Senator Mao Onwabunwa described the blueprint as a framework for future leaders, as human capital is the only crude oil that never dries up. He said what Enitona has done is to refine that oil for the future and pledge his support to ensure that phase 1 of the project is delivered on schedule, while calling on all hands to be on deck to actualize the dream.
It's true and clear that government alone cannot fund the institutions, no more. So what I'm saying is that instead of setting up new institutions like we see, put together the ones we have, fund them, run them effectively so that it will be a school. And going forward, we're going to do our best individually and collectively, and also get the government in power to come in.
Principal of the school, Dibobie Gogogute, who recounted achievements of the school, also mentioned some challenges as inadequate infrastructure, hollowed halls and laboratories, which served previous generations so well, but are now wearing. Others interviewed the eulogized president of the Alumni Association for the guest show.
Part of what had been mentioned by my able president, Sir Godfrey Onwabunwa,
a sense of belonging and help improve and increase the environment so that these young ones will be better.
Melvin Jackson.
And now on some foreign stories, a Dutch cruise ship carrying passengers affected by a hantavirus outbreak is set to sail to the Canary Islands, Spanish authorities have said, as efforts continue to manage the situation on board. The vessel MV Hondes, operated by Oceanwide Expeditions, had been docked in Cape Verde, while officials stressed the health risk and evacuation needs. And now sports. Pressure is mounting on